What is going on today, guys? Day after Cinco de Mayo. Happy Friday. TGIF. What an ending to a week that was absolutely insanely volatile. Once again, guys, if you are going to have a drink, make sure it's a double. This week was absolutely all over the place. Starting off talking about that Fed interest rate hike that sent that day, which was Wednesday, I believe. It sent it into a bullish uptrend yesterday, bullish or bearish downtrend, massive down day yesterday, Thursday, and now today another down day. Now, market was down initially upon open, and for a few hours it was down, and then it uptrended pretty damn nicely. Like, wow. I was just like, wowzers in my trousers. What a move. And I was really, really expecting a larger move to the upside, to the bullish side, but it couldn't really maintain any levels once it went bullish and went straight back to the downside. So, this is what it was on market close, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I did want to see a nice bullish uptrend today. It would have validated that there's good things to come. Um, again, guys, I've been talking about oil. As you guys can see, it has been uptrending. Look where it's at. 110 in the crude, Brent oil 113. This is actually looking very nice for that continuation of the upside. Just like in mid-March when we had that huge oil run, I think it's coming, guys. I think it's legitimately coming. So keep an eye on that. Natural gas, what a drop it was today. Wow. What a drop it was today. And I called this and I told you guys KOLD has been extremely volatile and all over the place, but overall it looks like it found a bottom at that high $5 range, which I'm going to discuss as well. Um, Make sure you're following the Deepster 7 DP trades on stocktwits for more live updates and analysis. Um, I DraftKings was my main play of the day. I mean, KOLD made me some good cheddar. DraftKings is my only position as we speak right now. So, am I down in the position? Yes. Am I optimistic? Yes, and I'll explain that why later on in the video. It will be the last play discussed. Now, moving on into the SPY ETF. Let us look at the chart for the day and just give you an idea what I was talking about, the up and down day it was. So, still having that issue when I zoom out. I still haven't configured that. For F's sake, let me fix that. Let me fix that for you guys. Okay, just ticking on the daily chart. Yeah, today was absolutely all over the place. This is all part of the same day. Right here is where we started. Um, Looks like right here, like I told you guys yesterday, there was a lot of bullish sentiment heading into today. Right, this was where we closed yesterday. This was the closing, and I was saying, guys, look at that volume surge. It looks like really good signs. Like I was very optimistic heading into today, right? And then what in the hell happened? It just fell off a cliff. Now, thankfully, we did not see the 400 level test. We just got down to like 405 ish range. It looks like high 405s. But I mean, after that, uptrended, downtrended, uptrended, downtrended. I mean, look how many times throughout the day, just extreme volatility and indecisiveness on what direction the market wants to go. There's obviously here there's a dominance of buyers, and then here there's a dominance of sellers. But this is so deceiving, guys. Look, into close, look at that wick to the downside. Look at how much sell volume there is, right? But like I've said, expect the unexpected, right? Like we have that sell pressure, and then we have this buy pressure. The market goes down, so maybe we'll have an uptrend heading into Monday. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. We're seeing a lot of levels tested right now, and it's making the market react away with just all this volatility going on. It's just making the market act in a manner that is very hard to figure out. But if you believe in what you're analyzing and the plays that you got on the table, then go for it, because now there's so many dips in the market and with legit companies that I'm really optimistic about. So keep an eye on many of those plays, and I will be discussing quite a few in this video. Um, that are hitting these all-time lows and whatnot, and they're legitimate companies, and I mean the market will uptrend eventually, and I do see a bullish week coming for the SPY, for obviously for S&P, Nasdaq, Dow. I see a green week coming starting Monday, so that's my prediction for Monday. That will be my prediction for Monday. UVXY, another thunderous move to the upside today. Another thunderous move. As you guys can see, the highs of the day went just under $20 again in the 1960s. So, uh, obviously, that bearish sentiment, they work hand in hand, right? Like you see right here, this bearish sentiment that sent the market to the downside, right? This is the start of the day today, is going to send UVXY. Look at that. I mean, freaking hell. You could have bought at the 17, sold in the 19s. I mean, what a swing that is. And it's in a pretty quick process. I mean, that's like what, an hour and a half span? But yeah, I mean, just as toxic, or as volatile, and I shouldn't say toxic, more so volatile the play is. It'll just come straight back to the downside like it did. So there's market strength being showed, right back to the downside, went right back up, downside, back up, and then wash, rinse, repeat for the rest of the freaking day. And then heading into close, there was massive sell pressure here. So maybe this is a sign to come, guys, that maybe the bearish dominance, it might be easing off for a little while. So we have sell pressure in UVXY settled in right here in 1942, or sorry, $17.42 post market right now. And I mean, it's nice to see sell pressure like that. If you're in any longs, because Monday open, we should see a bullish uptrend. So keep an eye on that, guys, because UVXY, it could head to 20 plus. The market's just been acting very unpredictable. So, but yeah, this is my analysis on it. I still believe that we're going to be bullish on Monday. So that will send UVXY down to the 15, 14, $13 range again. But time will tell. So we'll see on Sunday for sure. Yeah, at least in the futures, and analyzing that. Checking out Boyle, guys. I'm going to show a post that I posted earlier this morning, and I posted sub $100 coming soon. And at that time, it was 115 and rallying a little bit. Like, it was not necessarily rallying, like it was down, like Boyle was down, but not to the extent of where it is now at 103. I believe it's at 103 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, what a call this was, right to the downside. And at that time, Cold was like 630 or 640, I think, like 620 maybe even. But yeah, I saw like a lot of weakness in the chart. And zooming in a bit here, guys, just look at this massive move to the downside. Yesterday we had that big jump up, and then today, okay, and then it sold off into after hours a little bit, but still like in that range, like okay. Um Sold off a little bit and bounced back up, and then start a day, bam, to the downside. Look at that, guys. And I was talking about this yesterday, so if you've been following my videos and you believe me the way I believe in Cold, oh man, you profited some good money today. And I'm talking like over $1 plus a share. So I mean, look at that. And for me personally, there's more to come in the to the downside, I should say. There is a lot more to come to the downside. Demand tapers off. Demand tapers off. Natural gas will fall, and that is what's going to happen heading into the summer, in my opinion. So, I'm not a, what is it, a sidekick. I'm not telling the future, but I just did call this yesterday, and I've been spot on with quite a few plays. So, this sold off pretty damn massively today. Could we see another bull run potentially with any types of news and a rally in natural gas again? it's possible, but the signs are that we're heading into summer. Demand tapers off usually in the summer, and this will come back down to like the 90, 80, 70, $60 range. And you can only imagine where that leaves cold, which, the number is pretty astronomical. Now moving over to KOLD, guys. When I was alerting about it, I was saying buy all the dips, buy all dips, buy all dips. Not because I'm like, oh my god, like this is 100% gonna go. I was prepared to see if the market, or if natural gas continued to rally, where it was gonna head. I mean, who knows? Because at this point, it's at all time lows. This was the end of day, right? We ended the day at like the 590s, and it after hours it dropped to like the low 580s, high 570s, if I'm not mistaken. And then bam, what a rally, guys! Like nice consolidation, levels up, sell off, consolidate, level up, sell off, a little bit of one here, sell off, consolidate, and then back to the upside. And look at that move. I mean, absolutely massive. Just under $7 it hit, and I mean, holding up very nicely in after hours. 685 right now. So, guys, I called this one, and I do see a lot more to come here. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. The one token of advice, the one word I have to say about this particular play is just accumulate as much as you can and just hold, guys. Hold cold. That is the new phrase. Okay, enough of ETFs. Let's move over to some stock plays. FUBO. Jesus, what a move to the downside today. I mean, what an absolute downturn this was. The chart's still acting funky, whatever. Market closed yesterday. We're right around what, the 410 range? That was at market close, okay? If I'm not, wait, or was that today? No, that was yesterday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it was aftermarket. The earnings were released, and FUBO downtraded massively. It went down to like the low threes. This morning, look at the sell pressure. Dragged it all the way down to 280s. Am I stunned by this? Honestly, I genuinely am. I'm stunned that it came down to this low of a level, that it was really dragged this damn low. Like, it's just out of my mind ridiculous, in my opinion. As legitimate as a company as it is, they've just the only issue was they reported earnings per share a lot worse than they had expected. So that was a big thing that really accelerated this to the downside. But as I said, guys, the few hours into trading session, there was that bullish move back to the upside that sent FUBO back up to 350. So if you were able to catch that in any of this range and had an idea that the market was moving to the upside, that's a nice play right there. Now, if you're long and strong on FUBO, I just recommend to buy more. Honestly, I'm not personally in this stock. I didn't stop out. I sold the last time I traded FUBO. I think I said, did I say SoFi? Whoops. No. Anyways, I traded it in the fives range, the fives and sixes range, high fives into the sixes. That's when I traded FUBO last, and I made money on it. So it just looked extremely weak. But did I expect it to come this low, guys? Of course not. I don't want to mislead anyone or misguide you. If you're in a long position at FUBO, due to my calls, I mean, personally, you just need to make sure that you have a stop loss, something that you're comfortable with, because it's. I was explaining that like a play like this and a play like SoFi. I'm also going to pull up SoFi right now after we talk about this. It's very unpredictable to know what the bottom is when we're in an all-time low. So, but FUBO in general, I still see an uptrend coming. I mean, it is a solid streaming platform. I mean, they obviously the earnings per share sucked, but revenue is still up. They still have well over 1 million subscribers on the platform in North America. So, I'm not sure if it's United States or North America as a whole. I think it's just U.S., but I don't know. I still believe in FUBO in the technicals. I still believe a reversal is going to happen, but only time can tell. And once all the selling pressure and market regains strength, this can really soar to nice levels that it should be at. So keep FUBO on watch, guys. Keep FUBO on watch. My guy climbing a mountain right here. Aren't we all? Doesn't that literally look like the market? That is absolutely hilarious. I think that's why they put that picture, honestly, just to show that the market is like literally. It's as if you're like climbing a mountain. So, looking at SoFi, guys, not too shabby. Seriously, not too shabby. With SoFi, the lows were right around here, just at the $6 level. So, zooming out and looking at this chart, there's been a lot of ups and downs, guys. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Today, look at that finish. That is a beautiful finish. We're just at 643 right now in the post market. Looks like there's still volume coming in. Very nice, guys. SoFi is one of those plays, guys, and I'm telling you, earnings, I'm projecting it to be very good. They have estimates that put it, I forgot what percentage exactly, but in terms of returns, and this is on the 11th, this is in 5 days, which is on the Wednesday of next week. We will see what they report, guys. But, if they report something really freaking good, don't be surprised to see SoFi go to $8 plus. This is one that I'm very adamant about keeping in mind because it's just one of those it's a solid swing in my opinion. Now, obviously, like it's dropped all into these all-time low territories these past couple weeks and whatnot, but once it finds a level to consolidate off of and move to the upside, that's all I really care about. So keep an eye on SoFi heading into earnings next week. Moving onward and upward to Rivian. Key level broken today. um Key level broken today. It just shows you that anything can legitimately happen in this market, especially how accelerated to the downside it is, and how the Bears are the favorites right now, clear cut favorites. Look at where we closed. We closed at the 28.79 level. I mean, that's with it showing that, I mean, look, we were just at that. These are the all-time lows. This was actually earlier today. Wow. Let me see, because I remember that being hit before. I believe it was in the 20. No, we're in all-time lows. This was all-time lows today. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, guys, when the market accelerated to the downside, look at how far it went down and then accelerated right back up. Not a massive move, but $28 to $30. I mean, it's still pretty damn solid, right? Gained traction as the volatility continued up and down, up and down, up and down, and then just bled out, just completely bled out. Am I still a buy of Rivian? I'm definitely a buyer of Rivian, no doubt. Like personally, I'm not holding it at the moment because of so much uncertainty, since these supports are so like artificial. It just doesn't look super stable right now. I mean, I want to be as transparent with you guys as possible. Like I always tell you, I am very bullish on this play in the long run, right? If you're a long-term investor, I think it's a very solid buy. If you're more short-term trader, I would wait until this support is really established here over however many trading days it takes for you to feel good about it. I mean, right now, guys, could Rivian continue to the downside? They have earnings on, what is it, at the 12th, I believe it is. It says, yeah, it says on the 12th. Okay, earnings on the 12th. I mean, guys, we're in a sticky spot here. This is one that I really like, but I mean, it's showing that it can literally just go to these levels and not give a damn. Obviously responding to market weakness and whatnot, and I mean, we head into earnings week, and I'm still very optimistic about the company in terms of sales and what they're going to be reporting. I'm gonna definitely research more in on that and update on Monday what the estimates are and whatnot. But earnings next week, keep Rivian on watch. Let's see a support established over the next few trading days, because I mean, I really don't want to see this go lower than where it is. I mean, I don't want to see it go down to the 26, 25 and sub that level. I really don't want to see that, because genuinely, I believe in Rivian. I just think it's just been absolutely brutalized because of market weakness and shorts being in control and, you know, just the hedging of it all. So, if you're in a position in Rivian, guys, just hold. I mean, buy more, whatever you got to do if you have the funds on hand. So, Rivian, guys, keep an eye on it heading into earnings next week. DraftKings, one that I am very, very confident about. And this isn't due to the fact that it's because I own the stock. I actually own a massive stake in the company right now. Probably my biggest position ever in my personal account. At I believe it's like 3,500 shares. I'm right around a 1340 average, 1340-ish or something like that. And I have no issues with holding DraftKings. So earnings today, revenue was absolutely killer. Now, um, moving over to operating losses, the net losses were, pretty significant. But one thing people have to remember though is that, like obviously there's going to be operating losses because when a company is expanding at the rate that DraftKings is, that's going to happen. There's going to be millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars reported in losses because the company needs to expand. And there's a lot of hurdles and a lot of obstacles in the process of doing that. And there's companies that fail. There's companies that, obviously don't make it, right? Like in terms of the expansion of their growth. But in terms of DraftKings, I believe in this company. They are an online gambling that are sports betting that's not going anywhere. I mean, this company has established itself in the space and it has been a victim, just like many other plays, to the downside massively with this market weakness. Shorts have been in control, and also I wanted to mention 65% owned institutionally. I'm not sure how much insider ownership there is, but 65% institutional ownership. So this stock price, this price action is heavily hedged. Remember that, guys. When you take a position in a company that's heavily hedged, expect a lot of wishy-washy price action. And that's what we saw here because it started dwindling down. Obviously, we had a big uptick with the earnings and whatnot. And then it just, slowly decayed back to the downside, up and down, up and down, blah, 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 blah. That's literally just all blah, blah, blah. Like, this is just there was nothing established. I mean, there's obviously a lot of profit to be made in here if you're a solid day trader, but look at the volatility. Eventually, just settling down here in the low 13s and even 13 and under 13 actually. So all-time low territory, and I'm holding my position strong. I really have no issues with holding this. I'm at 1340. They had a revenues beat. They are expanding. They're in 17 states, if I hadn't already mentioned that. Fully operational for sports betting, and it's only getting bigger from here, right? Like California is the gem, the hidden gem, right? Once sports betting is legalized here, right, we're gonna see a massive spike in DraftKings, in my opinion. Um, California is a major state that's been prevented from doing this for God knows what reason. Obviously, there's a lot of corruption behind a lot of politics, but sports betting, if it comes to life here and legalized and legitimized, DraftKings will come and they will prosper big time. But even disregarding that, my first price target on DraftKings is in the $15 to $16 range, and I see that coming quick heading into next week because I do have a bullish sentiment on the market. So DraftKings, huge position. Let's get this shit going, guys. Let's see this head to levels that it should be trading at, $15 to $20, and let's see an uptrend in the next few weeks. But first, let's see in the next couple of days there's bullish in the market. Let's see that, guys. So um, quick little recap. Talked about SPY, UVXY, Boyle, KOLD, all four of those ETFs. FUBO, Sofi, Rivian, DraftKings. A few other names, a few other honorable mentions that weren't discussed. Square, what a move to the upside that was. Kind of settling down now in the 90s range. Let's see what else. There's Square. There's yeah, that's pretty much all I really have, honestly. There's Square, which was one that I was trading yesterday. A lot of volatility, an absolute massive amount of volatility in that. So, um, yeah, guys. I mean, what a week it was. I really do hope you guys made money this week. Me personally, I am profitable on the week. Still down a little bit regarding the past like month, but overall staying optimistic, staying poised, staying humble, staying confident. All of those are simmering inside of me, and you know, that's really all that we can do is continue to learn, continue to strategize as best as we can, and prepare ourselves as best we can. Just like if we're playing a sport, practice makes perfect, you know. So we not perfect. Obviously, no one can be perfect, but you know, to be excellent, right? We want to strive to be excellent. So, you know, this has been a solid journey so far, streaming for you guys and being being on stocktwits and sharing my ideas for however many years I have. So like 2-3 years it's been, guys. Like a little over 3 years, definitely on stocktwits at least. And then obviously my YouTube is still fresh, and I'm learning a lot, guys. I honestly, I still am learning every single day, and it's such a beautiful feeling. The thing is about the markets is there's just always something new to learn, and that's just so beautiful. So, you know, if you're here watching my videos, guys, you mean just a fuck like you mean a fucking lot to me. Just thank you so much for being here, even viewing the videos. If you like the video, man, I might give you a kiss just on the cheek, just a cheek. It's okay though. Anyways, uh, make sure you if you like the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel to keep updated on all of my market recaps that I try to get out to you guys every single day. And guys, we just have to stay consistent. We got to keep chiseling away. Rome wasn't built in a day, and if you're a trader that's been struggling and stuff, remember, guys, every day is a new day, and we have to keep moving forward. We can't dwell on what could have been because the longer you spend on that, the less time you're spending on improving yourself. So just make sure you're keeping an optimistic outlook and staying positive, and that's really all that matters. And also, still going to be keeping you guys updated on the giveaway. I'm formulating something. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet, but make sure to follow me on stocktwits and subscribe on YouTube. I'm gonna do a giveaway on both platforms, YouTube and on stocktwits. I think that's going to be a good idea. So if you're a subscriber on my YouTube, make sure to well, no, you don't have to do anything if you're already a subscriber. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, guys, because I will be doing a giveaway. I'm not entirely sure what it is going to be yet, but sometime next week I'm gonna be announcing those details. So keep an eye on that, guys, and make sure to like the video. If you know, I mean, if you guys enjoy the content, if the analysis is helping, and you know, if I'm just a friendly voice that you could just listen to, you know, while you're working out or doing whatever, you could be doing anything, it doesn't matter. Then make sure you know you follow the stocktwits, follow the YouTube, and you know, keep showing me love and support because you know I got just as much love for you back just for being here. So cheers, guys. What a damn week it was. Let's unwind, forget about the markets for the next few days, and I will see you guys on Monday. Peace, guys.